you spill your beans? Why'd you spill your beans? Why'd you spill your beans? Why'd you spill your beans?
Avenge me! No!
What is up, Flick fans? Welcome back to my channel. Today, we are talking about A24's new film, The Lighthouse. Finally got a chance to check it out. My goodness, this trailer got me so excited. I love this director. Let's see what he's got. So, directed by Robert Eggers, this is the hypnotic and hallucinatory tale of two lighthouse keepers on a remote and mysterious New England island in the late 1890s. What do we expect at this point from an A24 film? There are so many possibilities of what a movie in this vein, this nature could be. The Lighthouse is the sophomore attempt, like I said, from Robert Eggers, a director that brought us The Witch. And, you know, while I liked The Witch the first time that I saw it, I did not fully grasp how much I truly enjoyed the film until 2 or 3 watches in. It is a movie that you have to watch multiple times, not necessarily to understand everything, but to appreciate the nuances and the way that he goes about horror. And my biggest thing with that movie was the script. I thought the script and the screenplay, they were both absolutely brilliant. Was not huge on the ending of the film, but I have come to appreciate it more upon rewatch. With The Lighthouse, I wanted it to affect me in the same way that I was affected by The Witch, and I got a lot of those things. I mean, both movies are movies that you should probably watch with subtitles. I didn't get subtitles in my theater, but just the accents, the authentic nature of the accents is fantastic, but there are certain words and phrases you're going to be like, what? Say that again? It's going to be great when we have this available to us on Amazon Prime, Netflix, whatever it ends up coming on, so I can get a bit more out of the dialogue. But speaking of the dialogue, what I did get was fantastic. I mean, my goodness, this script is awesome. Here's what this film is, really. It is a slow descent into madness featuring 2 top-notch performances from 2 of my favorite actors. Robert Pattinson is phenomenal in this movie. If you were questioning his casting as Batman, first of all, go watch Good Time, then watch Rover, and then watch The Lighthouse. His performance is exquisite, and he goes all out, as does Willem Dafoe, and Willem Dafoe is haunting in this film. He is the creepy old lighthouse keeper that you expect, the get off my lawn type of character, but that really is all that you want from his performance, and he gives it. Both of them, they bring it in this crazy, over the top, in the best way possible, absurd story where these 2 characters become the most dysfunctional set of roommates you will ever see. And this slow descent into madness, like I said, is something that you are going to be on board for, because it's not just crazy, over-the-top horror that doesn't make a lot of sense, right? With an A24 film, you never know what you're going to get. This movie features such incredible imagery. Every single shot is a work of art. It is one of the best-looking movies I've seen all year for a film that is completely in black and white with this interesting aspect ratio, one that I think adds a lot to the timely nature of this plot. Every shot is gorgeous. Everything is framed so beautifully. The movement of the camera, it follows our characters from one destination to another, and it really is just this claustrophobic, delusional experience where you don't know what reality is, along with our characters who get impacted by the storm, and once that storm hits, uncertainty sets in for sure. The character of Winslow is subjected to these chores when he first gets to the island, and he's trying to figure out who Thomas is, what he's all about, and what boundaries can he push with this character, because obviously Thomas is a character that does not care what Winslow thinks, and we see that when we first meet him, and he's gassing the place up, he's doing whatever and saying whatever he feels necessary, but we also get a peek into his mindset when he approaches certain things in the film, and we're sitting back wondering, okay, what does this mean? How far are these characters willing to go, because they feel as if it's necessary just because they're losing their minds. It is pure insanity, pure madness and Egger's command over every aspect of the film. I mean, you have the wonderful acting that I think should be nominated. You have the incredible visceral experience, the fact that everything feels so authentic, yes, because of the color correction for sure, but the dialogue and just the way they interact with each other and the loss of time. You're wondering, how long have you been watching the movie, along with the characters wondering how long have they been there. The sound design is excellent, the waves crashing up against everything, and then you start to experience these mystical aspects of the movie that really bring everything together, and you are trying to piece together this puzzle as it is happening. Not everything is going to make sense. I am still trying to figure out certain things, which I believe is exactly what Eggers wants us to do. He wants us to think walking out of this movie. Think about the experience. Think about the portrayal of madness by these two actors on screen, which I thought was brilliant. Willem Dafoe, the way that he moves his mouth and you see his facial expressions. It's just... my goodness, guys, this movie is an experience. It is not going to be for everyone. If you've never liked an A24 horror film, I don't think this is going to be the one to break the mold for you, but I think the tone is so consistent throughout the entire film. And one thing, if you're wondering going in, is this just going to be a dull experience? No comedy, no sense of humor about it? No. There's comedy all the way through the film, something we did not get from The Witch, which made sense for that storyline. But this story, you know, when you're slowly losing your mind, there are going to be things that seem funny to certain characters, and there are a few things that happen over and over in this film that I found funny, and I think you were supposed to find funny, and that adds to the feeling that you get while watching these two characters interact. So I don't want to say too much more about the actual plot, because when the things happen on screen, things that I was not expecting to happen, I'm sitting back going, I am so glad that these trailers showed me imagery, yes, but told me nothing. And I'm glad The Lighthouse was the theatrical experience that I wanted out of this movie, and I'm happy to say that I actually like this one a bit more than The Witch. Right now, I am going 90% for The Lighthouse. It is a movie for sure that I need to see again, but it did live up to the hype for me. My goodness, what a film. I'm still thinking about. I think I was going mad in the theater along with the characters. Was I seeing things? Probably. Thank you all so much for watching this video. More reviews to come this weekend. We have Countdown, Black and Blue, a lot of Netflix films and television shows to talk about. If you didn't notice, we're kind of redoing some things with the set. There are some holes and gaps that we're going to fill in. It is a work in progress, but I'm working on it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and we will talk more A24 movies, and I appreciate your support on Patreon as well. We have a cool little podcast over there called A24 and More, 2 episodes in, and we're definitely going to talk about The Lighthouse. You guys are the best. I'll see you soon.